Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Jokro, age 15 and I'm Latin American dancer. So I basically started dancing when I was 7 and that's when I saw my parents dance together and then that inspired me to move on as an American dancer. I loved it as I watched a lot of people dance. It made me feel so good about dance. And I'm Singapore's top amateur couple from year 2012 to this year. Since young, I saw my parents dance. I would always follow them to the studio and then I would always sit quietly at one corner and watch them dance. It makes me feel like I can achieve something through dance. One of my fears is actually having accidents in dancing or not in dancing, like daily life, like school. So this is because having accidents could actually affect us in our dance life. The thing that I'm afraid of is that it could temporarily stop me from dancing. There was one time I fell down in school, which actually gotten me a torn ligament on my left leg and I couldn't dance for 2 months. That actually put me to a stop for 2 months for my competitions and everything, and I know everybody is working hard to surpass me as a top amateur dancer. I needed to push on even though I had 2 months break. Worst of all, this kind of accidents could actually make us not dance forever again. So another challenge that I faced that I had in my life was that just when I finished recovering from my injury, I was actually told that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. At that point I was really shocked because my dad was such a healthy person. He exercises every morning, he takes into consideration what food he ate. This affected me in a way that as his only daughter, I would rather stay back and accompany him through his treatment than to go overseas and do my competitions. Even if I had to go overseas, I would still be thinking of my dad and everything, because what he needed was our family support and my encouragement so that he could push on. Having chemotherapy is actually a really tiring process. I actually wanted to stay back with my dad and not go for my competitions at all. Basically, I'm a person who really likes to take chances and be adventurous. Even though I have a setback, I would always persevere and get back up again. So I'm a person who's very brave. So when my injury struck me, I wasn't able to dance for 2 months, but of course I was very sad. But I told myself that 2 months will pass by really quickly in a wink of an eye. So as a dancer, dancing is my priority, and having not able to dance for 2 months was actually really hard for me because I'll be thinking of dancing every single moment. When I go out, I want to put on my shoes but I can't. So it was really quite hard for me not able to dance for 2 months. So for my father, when I heard that he was diagnosed with cancer, I was actually really shocked at the news. My mom was really devastated. We wouldn't expect this to happen. Just because he was feeling pain in his back, he actually had lymphoma cancer. So after all the tests and everything, they decided that he needed to go for chemotherapy, and every day in school I'll be always thinking about him, how he would be, how's everything at home, whether he'll be okay. Sometimes they have mood swings and everything. There'll be even times where he doesn't want to eat, and then there'll be times where every time when chemotherapy the hair drops off, so he would be actually really quite conscious about himself. But I told him that it was fine, it's all part of the treatment and everything. So I always wanted to be my dad, to stay with him, to give him encouragement in everything he do. My partner and I were actually preparing to go to UK to compete in the World Dance Championship. But when I heard that my father had cancer, I told myself that I was his only daughter and I only had one father. So all I ever wanted was to stay back with him for his chemotherapy and to give him the positive energy, the positive mindset to help him through the chemotherapy. Another thing about my injury is that this injury was one of my first major injury considered. So I was actually really sad. At the moment I thought that I really couldn't dance for a long period of time, so I was kind of helpless. I didn't know what to do. I was just depressed for a period of time. The doctor said that I could still get back to dancing after a few months, so I was quite happy about it. I managed to recover faster than expected. It's actually mainly from the support of my family members and my friends that actually helped me to recover fast. They actually told me that you don't really need to worry about anything. You just have to focus on recovering fast, do everything what the doctor said. The first few weeks, it was really hard for me to walk because my feet will always be pain. I can't really stand on it. I need my crutches to go along everywhere I go. So, but after that, as it progressively gets better, I try to walk on my own for like maybe 15 minutes a day, and it would already hurt. But well, if there's no pain, there's no gain, right? So every day I just try to walk a bit, and that helped me improve my injury so that it won't be as bad as before. So actually, when I was younger, I would always think lowly of myself, and my parents would always be like, she cannot do this one and everything. And then I would always like, yeah, I think I cannot do, because I'm always a very clumsy person. I would always do mistakes and everything. But after this injury, me practicing every day for 15 minutes and everything, it made me feel like I have the determination to do anything I want, and I will go for it. So this made me believe that I can persevere in everything I do. As a Latin American dancer, we always have a partner. So at the time, I have a partner, and when I told him that I couldn't dance for 2 months, I think he was shocked also, because I mean, dancing is his life. That's what he do as a dancer, and I told him that I couldn't dance for 2 months, and he will not be able to dance with me for 2 months. He'll be quite lonely at the same time. But then I don't give up so easily, even though that I'm not just waiting for time to pass. I will ask him to come over to my house, and then we'll watch our dance videos again to make sure and be sure of what the mistakes that we had before, and so that when I recover, I won't do my mistakes, like that mistake again. Because I remember I had another accident before, and when I break for a while and then I came back, I actually danced much better. So that also helped me to tell myself that once I recover these 2 months, I'll be able to dance better and everything. In terms of my injury, I could have actually just run away from it. I mean, I could have not do anything at all. I could just stay at home, lie in bed, do nothing about my dance life and everything. But instead, I actually felt that I was responsible in terms of what I had in the future. So I told myself that I needed to get together with my partner and like figure out a solution on how we could spend the time together while the 2 months that I had to recover in. When we heard that my father has cancer, my mom was really devastated. I mean, she was the one which had a very big blow, because well, they have been together for so long, and then suddenly this thing came across her. She was actually really very sad. She couldn't stop crying every day. She would always think. There was one night when my father actually told her that I didn't want this to happen. Like I was very shocked that this happened to me, and my mom said, how I wish that I was the one taking it, not you. And then this made me feel so sad and everything. But then through the treatment, I mean, we had to stay strong. So I told my mom that everything will be okay, he'll be fine. We just need to give him the encouragement and the support that he needed so that he can get through all this. And definitely when my father needed us, we will always be there for him. Whatever he do, even though he has mood swings and everything, we will always understand, because that's the side effects of the treatment. So what I'm trying to say is that I will always be there for my father. So this experience actually made me feel like I became more mature in handling the stress, the sadness, in terms of this kind of emotional challenge. During that time that my father had chemotherapy, I wanted to stay with him, but he told me that he would be fine even though we were not with him. I still wanted to stay on with him, but on second thought, I actually convinced myself that I should go for my competition so that I could make my father proud of me and show him that I could do it. So this has shown me that no matter what happens, I've always kept a positive mind and keep pushing on despite me facing the struggles. And also, it tells me that in the end, when we overcome our struggles, we would be so proud of ourselves that we never gave up during that time. So of course, everyone has their down times and everything, but just try not to give up too soon, and also feel like you have done everything possible to achieve something before you make major decisions. I hope that my story has inspired you to pursue your dreams and try not to give up too easily. Thank you.